Hey everybody, how's it going? It is Chris, and I thought I would show you my car here. This is a 2011 Jaguar XF Portfolio. I call him Searle because my wife's grandfather's name was Searle, and he was kind of an elegant, stubborn old British guy, you know. And this is kind of what this car is too. It's elegant and it's very stubborn. But I think that's what makes it give it some character as well, just like my wife's grandfather was, and he certainly had character. And we miss him terribly. Oh, there goes a bunny. But anyway, yeah, this is the 2011 Jaguar XF Portfolio. It's got a 470 horsepower 5-liter V8 engine in it. You can hear that it's just kind of snorting away here. Just pulling into the driveway, so I thought I'd give you a quick rundown on him. Yeah, nice car to drive, certainly, but it definitely does have its quirks as well. I used to fly a British airplane, the Britain Norman Islander, and there was all kinds of weird stuff that went on with it as well. And the maintenance guys would say it's not broken, it's British. And case in point, same thing with this car here. It's not broken, it's British. Never really had any real issues with this car so far, which is lucky. There's my winter beater in the background there. My father-in-law gave me his car, so I drive that in the winter, and this guy here in the summer. Yeah, and like I said, nice car to drive. It's expensive to maintain, so thankfully nothing really has gone too wrong with this guy here so far. Boasts 20-inch rims, aluminum rims, and yeah, I'll show you around inside here the car once we get inside it. I'll show you more of the interior here with this car. Yeah, it's like I said, it's a great car, but it does have its quirks. It's got a huge boot here. You could probably more of a British gangster car, kind of like the Cray brothers, because you could fit literally 2 to 3 bodies in the back of the trunk there. So it's good for all my photography equipment that I bring along with me on weddings. But when I first got this thing, every now and then I would get into the car and I start it and it would be completely dead. And I'm like, what the hell? The battery was just fine last night. Why is it dead now? So I got to charge the damn thing up, and then it's fine. And then a month later, same kind of thing. So I was talking to my maintenance guys once when I was in for an oil change about the issue with this thing. And they said, oh yeah, that's a funny thing about these cars. They like to kind of party at night. So they will kind of turn on all the electrics, everything but the engine obviously, but they'll turn on all the electrics, have a bit of a party, and then the battery's dead at night. So they said to avoid that, just turn the alarm on, like arm the alarm, and that'll shut everything down. So it shuts all the electrics down, shuts everything down on the car, and you won't have a problem with that. So ever since I started doing that, there's been no issues. So but that's part of one of these little issues that this crazy car likes to do, that I had no idea that it did that. So, but like I said, it is a British car. I have flown British airplanes, and they like to do dumb things. Super fun car to drive. Tons of power, like it's instantaneous power. It's a supercharged engine, so it's just, there is no lag whatsoever in this car. It is, you put the power down and it is gone. If you're not careful, because it is a rear-wheel drive, back end could go out on you. But that's kind of the fun part of driving the car, is having that back end, you know, kind of steer it and everything like that. So it's definitely a fun car to drive, for sure. But anyway, this is the car here. I've had it for 8 years, so I thought I would kind of give you a rundown on owning a temperamental 2-year-old from a entitled TikToker. It's kind of what this car is like. Lots of fun. Keeps you on your toes and interested, but you're always kind of wondering when it's going to have a temper tantrum, and it's done that a couple of times on me before. But we'll get into that here as we kind of go along with this car. But I thought I would just kind of show you the outside of it and just a bit of a walk around on the thing, and just kind of show you a little bit more about the car here, and then we'll get in and talk about it in greater detail, kind of give you the cockpit overview of it. But yeah, the car just sounds great. It just snarls and snorts away, and it's a nice car. Well, it's a fun car. I wouldn't say it's a nice car. It's a fun car because there's a lot of other stupid things that go along with it. It's probably not the car that you would want to own if it's your one and only car. Definitely 100% not. I would definitely have a spare, whether it's your winter beater like behind me there, or another car like my wife's car. So, but I would not trust this one here 150%. But we'll talk about more of that as we kind of go along. So yeah, 8 years with this guy, lots of stories about him, lots of stupid things it's done, and lots of fun trips we've had in it. So we'll talk to you in a minute or two here, and as we go kind of go through Searle here a bit more. Thanks. Bye-bye. All right, we are cruising here in Searle, my 2011 Jaguar XF Portfolio, and this is just what the cockpit kind of looks like here. Nothing too complicated or anything like that. Some of the buttons down here we can kind of go over. This is the push button here to start. Everybody's got those on these new cars these days. It was a big deal, I guess, back in 2011, but not so much anymore. This button here, this one right here, this is the winter mode button on there, and what it does is it brings the traction control down on the rear wheels, because it's a supercharged car, 470 horsepower, 5-liter V8, and it's right all at the back wheels. So in the wintertime, it's with winter tires on, it could still spin pretty good. So if you put that on, it almost becomes an all-wheel drive car. And you could feel it. It doesn't lower, but you can almost feel it lowering. But it takes a lot of that power out of the back end, so you're not spinning around. This button here, that's the dynamic stability control, and what that does is it monitors and the ABS braking system on it, as well as traction control and the yaw sensor on the car. So if you want to, I guess, have some fun or spin out whatever, you can turn that button on, and it'll just completely disconnect the dynamic stability on it. This one here is I call it race mode, but yeah, it just puts all the power, like every ounce of power, on the back end of the of that car. Like it is like the front end comes up and everything. So there's a lot of power on that if you needed every ounce of power on the Jaguar on this. You just press that button down there. And the final button here, this ASL button here, that's your anti-speed limiter. And if you press that, it'll monitor your cruise control to plus or minus 30 kilometers. So if you're cruising or down the road and you just want to cruise, I guess, and you're not really interested in passing anybody, you would put that on there, and it would just limit your speed. So if you're coming up behind someone, it'll slow the car down by 30 kilometers an hour. But why in the hell would you want to do that? Like, get in front of these guys if they're going too slow. I mean, I'm not one of those guys that's just gonna get behind someone that's doing 30, 40, 50 kilometers under the speed limit. Yeah, that's ridiculous. But yeah, so anyway, that's the what these buttons do. This is just the gear, the knob shifter here. It pops up and down when you start the car. Yeah, you can see the rest of it here. It's nothing too exciting. You know, there's your cost panel here. You can it does everything for you, just like every other car. These vents here, they open and close for you automatically when you stop and start your car. Kind of cool, but it's just one more thing for it to go wrong. If something goes wrong with it, it's just a big mechanical electric car. So if you know, the electrics kind of fool up on you there, it's going to cost you some money. So it's just one extra thing that can go wrong in the car. It's kind of cool, but I wouldn't say it's really that needed. But anyway, yeah, so this is just what Cyril is driving. And you know, I really enjoy the car. There's some certain things that you know, that I absolutely love about it. I mean, I love the speed. I love the comfort of this car. It drives so incredibly nice and smooth. Just a really wonderful vehicle to drive. But you know, there's always quirks and stuff like that. Like, I don't know if you can hear it, but oh jeez, there's a little bit of a rattle or a squeak in this car. It's barely noticeable, but I notice it because it kind of bugs me. But it's basically just the seat rubbing against this little the panel here, and it does it only once in a while. And when it does, to me it bothers me, but anybody else I've had in the car, they don't even notice it. So, but you know, other than that, like, this car is just amazing. Like, you can hear it growling. You know, you can just, I just love that sound, and you hardly put any gas on it. It just growls. It's a very aggressive sounding car, aggressive looking kind of car, but a really nice four-door sedan. Super easy to do. Very long trips in it. I've gone to Toronto in it. I've been to Vancouver, Banff, Canmore, Calgary. I've been all over the place in this car, and it is one of the easiest cars to drive in. The comfortability in this car is absolutely insane. Like, it's just a super comfortable car to drive in. Like, I have absolutely no complaints about the comfortability of this car. This the sound system on it here. I'll just show you the some speakers in this car, and it sounds like you're in a concert in this car. Like, it is, the sound system in this thing is absolutely insane. I'd play you some music, but YouTube would copyright it, so I can't put music on here. But just trust me, it is, the sound out of this vehicle, the stereo system is absolutely it's crazy. But yeah, it's just an all-around a really comfortable car to drive and just to enjoy the experience of it. The only thing, like I said, that I don't really care for is about this car is there's some reliability issues that I've had with it. Nothing major, but it does cost money if you've got issues with it. But saying that, I had to put a new, oh God, what did I have to do last year in it? Anyway, it was about $2,300, and so it wasn't like super expensive, but on a normal car it would have been maybe $600-800 to put it in, but it was 23 with this, but the maintenance manual said at every 100,000 kilometers you would put it in, but it went in at 170,000, so that was pretty good. I mean, so I got an extra 70,000 K off of out of it without having to put it in. It was the alternator. That's what it was. It's the alternator, and so it wasn't too bad. But I mean, it wasn't great. I mean, who wants to spend $2,300 on an alternator? Not me. But that's what the cost of an alternator costs on this thing. So anyway, but yeah, just almost home here. Just thought I would share a few things with the driving with it, just to kind of show what the kind of car's all about, the experience of driving it. My 8 years with this car. We'll go over a little bit more about it on the exterior, the interior, a little bit more on the car. But I'm just very, very, very happy with it. When I bought it from the dealership, though, the car salesman was not at all truthful with the car. So he's totally a bit of a doucher, and I would not suggest buying a vehicle from that guy anymore, because he's just a liar. So when I bought the car, I got all the specs and everything like that from it, and then he said, "Oh yeah, it's been a great car. A little old lady drove it and everything like that." And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, a little old lady drove it." But he didn't give me all of the repairs on this vehicle, and it wasn't a little old lady who was driving. It was a little old man who couldn't see very well, and he had a couple accidents with it, and the accidents were severe enough that the new owner would have cost close to $20,000 to fix the car. But thankfully, and it was all interior, so you couldn't really see it until things started coming up. But thankfully I got a warranty on it, extended warranty, and then when things started popping up on it, I was able to get it fixed for really nothing. And the warranty that I purchased saved me probably $25,000 in repair, because the salesman was just corrupt, absolutely corrupt. And he was going on about how he was a military guy, and that he was, so I don't even know if he's ex-military, but he knew that, that I definitely support our military and our troops and our police and nurses and everything like that. We got talking, and he says, "Oh, I'm ex-military," but anybody can say that. Didn't show me any proof of it, so I highly doubt that he was, because he lied about the car. I'm sure he probably lied about his military service as well. But anyway, I talked to the maintenance guys after. I got along really well with them, and they're like, then they told me the truth about this car, and I'm like, "Oh, you've got to be kidding." And they said, "Yeah, but don't worry about it." He said, We'll fix this car," because the old guy, he didn't want to put anything into it, and that's why he got rid of it. So they said, "Well, this is all under warranty, so we'll just do everything here for you, and it won't cost you anything." So I'm like, perfect. So they did literally everything on this car, and it is like a brand new car from the first month of ownership that I've had it, and then I've maintained it ever since. And but he said, yeah, that they were even saying that nobody really likes that car salesman. He says he's just total bit of a loser. So anyway, they said, yeah, if you didn't buy the extra warranty, it said, then you'd be screwed because you can't take it back, right? So, but he said, thankfully you got that extended warranty, and now we'll just sort everything out here for you. And it's a brand spanking new perfect car right off the showroom. It has not let me down once since then. So yeah, just an absolute perfect, enjoyable car. Thankfully, I did buy that extended warranty. If you're going to buy a car like this, a used car, if you can get an extended warranty, definitely do it. Especially if you're buying it from this particular guy, which I would not suggest buying from. But yeah, the car, like I said, has just been an absolute pleasure to drive. Over the 8 years of having it, I have not once ever regretted buying it. It's just fun. It's just a real fun driving experience every time you get in this thing. It's just I enjoy it immensely, and then people who I've let drive the car have enjoyed the driving experience immensely. Other than my son and my wife, they said it's a little too much for them, but that's okay. I'm happy that they don't enjoy driving it as much as I do. So I get to drive it all the time. So yeah. So anyway, I'm almost home. Thanks for watching. I appreciate that. We're gonna go over a little bit more stuff here with this car. Do some more videos on it. But yeah, other than that, it's just been you can see that it's been a nice car, a nice ride here so far that we've enjoyed here together. And yeah, no issues with this guy here whatsoever. So knock on, I don't know, there's no wood in this car, but leather, that nothing else will go on with it. So, but anyway, thanks again. Please like and subscribe, and there's going to be a lot more content here coming. And take care, and we'll talk to you real soon. Bye bye.